Welcome, Panthers fans. Excited for this one here today. Doug Plagens with you, and I'm joined by the great Panthers goaltending tandem, Sergei Bobrovsky and Anthony Stolarz. Guys, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Well, I want to get right into it. First of all, you guys had a great regular season playing behind this group. First of all, I'll start with you, Sergei. You've been here for 5 seasons now. What's it been like playing behind this group of guys?
Yeah, it's a great group of guys. You know, they play hard, they work hard, and they got good talent, good skill set, and they play hard. So it's been a privilege to play for this group, and yeah, I'm just happy and excited to share that experience with Anthony.
And Anthony coming in first year with the team. What was the process like getting used to the guys? I'd imagine it was pretty easy to get used to a team that plays like this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, coming in here, I was good buddies with Alex Line when we played together in the minors in Lehigh, and he had nothing but great things to say about Sergei and Tally and the entire group of guys here. And when I came in here, they welcomed me with open arms, and it was just a really easy transition just to kind of mingle in with the guys. And then obviously on the ice, the way we play defensively and offensively, you're never out of a game if you're down. So as a goalie, you just kind of want to keep making those saves because cardiac cat's always coming back, and you can really appreciate the way that we play defensively. It really means a lot for us goalies.
Now I want to talk about the bond that you guys have formed, because in that dressing room, the two players who understand your position are the two of you. You're the two guys who are the goalies. So I got Sergei first. In terms of building a goaltending relationship, how important is it to be on the same page with your goalie partner?
Yeah, as you said, there is only one person who understands what I'm going through. It's Anthony. You know, it's the other goalie, and you definitely want to build a good, productive relationship with him to support each other and help each other. You know, and cheer for him when you're not there. You know, because in the end of the day, we play for the same logo, same team, and we want be successful as a team. So.
And what was the process like getting to know Sergei?
Well, it was super easy. I mean, coming in, he was welcoming me, and I was a little shy at first, but then we kind of open up, and the first thing I noticed about Sergei was his work ethic. I mean, he's always on the ice early, always working hard, and that kind of forced me to up my pace and work just as hard as him. And you look in practice the way he makes these split saves, and we're always just cheering each other on, tapping our sticks, and I think that's it kind of gets the guys fired up as well. Kind of gets practice going a little bit. So it's always nice to have someone there who supports you.
I'll put you guys on the spot a little bit, and we'll kind of go right off of that, Anthony. But was there something, I guess, early on that maybe captured your attention the most about Sergei's game? Just you'd seen him play from afar in previous seasons, but then you had a chance to see him across the ice in practice. You had a chance to see him out there on the ice during games firsthand. Was there anything that really stood out to you about his game, getting to see it up close and personal?
I mean, from a goalie aspect, probably his edge work. Just watching him kind of move around and how flexible he is, it's quite impressive, and you can see how he does those things by all the work that he puts in. But the other thing is just how much fun he has on the ice. He's always cracking jokes, always laughing, always has a smile on his face, and that's contagious. For me, it's if you're having a bad day, you look down the ice and you see him smiling. It's refreshing, and I think that kind of lifts the spirits of everyone around him.
And Sergei, similar question, but about watching Anthony go about his business. Was there something early on that impressed you in the way that he carried himself?
Yeah, first of all, I don't think Anthony had ever bad day. It never looked like he had any down in his mood. But no, for me, the impressive thing is how big of a size he is and how he coordinate that size, because it's not easy. You work in small frames, small net, and to coordinate your body and use that size so efficient. That's impressive.
And going off of that, just in the time, Sergei, that you've been in the National Hockey League, there was a time when a 6'6" goalie was maybe rare, but now it seems like guys in the position are getting bigger and bigger, and guys who are Anthony's size are almost common across the league now and across pro hockey. What have you seen just in terms of the way the goaltending position has evolved over time, and has some of that had to do with guys getting bigger?
Well, I think, there is some guys big, some guys small. You look at the UC Saras or Jonathan Quick, they're not like really big guys, but then some other guys like Anthony and some other big goalies. Who else? I don't know.
Markstrom.
Markstrom, big goalie, but yeah, I think it depends. I don't think there is any like advantage or disadvantage. You can compensate size with your position and speed, and you can compensate your position and speed with size. So it's every goal is different. I think it's more insight, more mental, how he approached the game. And again, I think Anthony does a great job with also he having fun on the ice, on the games, and it's fun to watch him when he kicking. I'm really have a joy on the bench watching him and cheering for him.
And I, going off of that, love to get perspective from each of you on this, but when you guys are going back and forth, trading great starts, trading wins, how much, and we'll start with you, Anthony, on this one, but how much does it push you? Sergei has a great game, you go in for the next one, how much does it push you to go in and turn in an A performance that next day?
Yeah, you always want to kind of piggyback, a good start by a goalie. And, I think for me personally, I think I played 5 or 6 games of the second half of a back-to-back. And usually, the factors aren't in your favor in terms of travel. And the guys played the night before, but I take a lot of pride in going out there and putting forth an honest effort and giving the team the best chance to win.
And going off of that, when you see him have a great start, how much motivation does it give you the next day to go out and do your job?
Yeah, I agree. He have tough stretch sometimes. When he plays second part of back-to-back with the travel and stuff. So it's not easy for him. So I've been in this spot too, but and I know how not easy it is. So and I just again on my side I try to support and cheer for him. And obviously when it's my turn, I try to do my thing, just one shot at a time, focus on the one moment, and see what happens.
I want to go behind the scenes a little bit, taking us down to ice level, an area where a lot of us don't know exactly what's being said, what's going on, but media timeouts. I'm always interested. When you guys go over to the bench, and we talked about it, you two are the two who understand the goaltending position the most in game. Are you guys talking a little bit about what you've seen with each other? And we can start with you here, Sergei, on this one, but do you guys exchange some ideas, some observations, things that you're noticing throughout a game during those media timeouts when you have those 90 seconds?
Yeah, I like to stay quiet. I like to be more in my bubble. I don't like to talk much during the games. On the practice, I completely opposite, but in the games, I more kind of stay with myself and think and focus and analyze and just being in the zone.
What about you, Anthony? You talk about what's going on in game when you head over to the bench for that 90-second little break time?
Yeah, I'm a little more chatty. I like to keep it loose. So, when Sergei comes over and, I've understood his routine now, I just give him a little bit of a Bobby chant, kind of just give him a reinsurance or a big save he makes. So I kind of know that he likes to, go out, use his routine. But for me, I just like to go over, just kind of chat it up with the guys, chat it up with Bobby, anyone who's willing to listen, just try to keep it loose.
Now, in game, kind of taking it from baseball, if there's a 0 on the board, I know a lot of us try to avoid saying the shutout word during a game. Do you guys ever say anything to that effect? If it's the third period, if there's still a 0 on the board, does anybody make mention of it, or do you keep quiet on that?
I think you kind of just keep quiet on that. I think everyone can look at the scoreboard and see there's a 0 up there, and they kind of understand it. But goalies are a little superstitious, so at least me, I try not to say the word. So.
Sergei, you've been here now working with Rob Tallis for a long time. Can you describe the relationship between you and the goalie coach?
Yeah, he's been great. He went with me through ups and downs. And it's been a privilege to work with him. He's been very supportive. I like he's always we work together, and that's a big thing, especially for me as an older guy, that he listens, and sometimes we make a decision together. That's the really big part of our relationship, and his support has been outstanding. So I really happy and appreciate him for everything that he has done for me.
Then Anthony, we talked about how you got to know your new teammates this year, but what was the process like coming in and getting used to working with Rob Tallis?
It was great. He called me July 1st, and we had a nice conversation. He got in touch with my goalie coach, and just kind of went over some things that he saw in film that he thought I should work on over the summer. And I came in here, and it was just great. He welcomed me with open arms, and he's very laid back. You can have a conversation with him. It's not his way or the highway, which I think is super important. And anything you want to work on, he's all ears for it. So, it's been a key part of not just my success, but obviously Bobby's as well, and we owe him a lot of credit.
And Paul Maurice has said he doesn't try to mess with the goalies too much, and especially you guys have been playing as well as you have been. What kind of interaction do you have with Paul Maurice on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, we definitely have a lots of respect for each other, and he's coach that he controls, and he's so smart with how he controls, because it's an incredibly hard job to field the team, and how to approach the team, especially on the mental side. So we have a conversation here and there about how things are going, but I have lots of respect for him and how he approaches his business, and it's again, and the way we defend, it's his point, and that he made it happen.
And in your dealings with Paul Maurice, what's it been like working with him this season?
It's been great. He's kind of, like you say, he stays away from the goalies a little bit, kind of goes through tally, but the few interactions he comes up, he keeps it light. But like Bobby said, you have to respect the way that he gets the most out of his players, and he makes us work hard. He pushes us to our limits, and you can obviously see the success that we've had because of his tactics.
And now going into a game, whether it be a team you guys are used to seeing, whether it be a team that you guys, a Western Conference team that you don't see all that much, how much pre-scout work is done, video work, anything like that? Do you look into tendencies, Sergei, when you guys have a game coming up against somebody? How much do you take into account the tendencies maybe of the shooters on another team?
It's a secret information. Yeah, I've been in the league long enough, so pretty much most of the players, and there is not much specific that you pay attention, especially in terms of a very long season. In my approach at this moment, I try to stay away from the hockey as much as possible. So I got hockey here in the locker room, in the rink, but then outside of the rink, I try not to think about hockey and just focus on the daily life.
Anything game to game that changes for you, whether you're preparing for an opponent that you see quite a bit or somebody you haven't seen in a while? What are you looking at, or do you kind of just focus on your own game more?
Yeah, I think it's more just focus on your own game. I mean, obviously we go over their power play. Maybe they have some tendencies there, the way they forecheck, but the game happens so quick that you can't really think too much as a goalie. You just kind of have to go out there, react, and just kind of play in the moment.
And a couple more here. I want to put you guys on the spot a little bit, but start with you, Sergei. Is there a game, a save, a moment Anthony had this season that you saw from the bench, impressed you, that really stands out? I know I mentioned it the other day, that the 45 save shutout in Buffalo on February 15th. That was the one that stood out the most for me as far as an Anthony Stolarz game from this season. But was there a moment this season, Sergei, that you saw what Anthony did and you were especially proud of him that day?
No, that was definitely one of the best games I ever see goalie played. But he have outstanding save every game. Every game there is a moment that he has to make a save to keep us in it, or to give us another chance. So it's. I think the Buffalo game was outstanding because there was so many of those unreal saves, and he just give us a chance and keep staying on his head. But other than that, it's pretty much every game there is a big saves or big moment.
Anthony, was there a wow moment for you watching Sergei? I know we went to Detroit twice this season, and in their building, they couldn't even get one past this guy. I know that was something that stood out for me, but was there a moment for you that stood out for him watching him?
I mean, I think we played Tampa, that I think was on point, the split save that he made, the backdoor one. But a game for me is probably the Dallas one. Kind of wasn't our best first period. And he was getting 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s. I think you even had a 2-on-0 or a 3-on-0 in there. But you know, he made some big saves for us early on to help keep us in it. And I think we ended up coming back in the third and win that one 4-3. But just the composure that he showed in the net, just to be able to, you know, kind of hang in there, make some big saves, keep us in it. And like he said, you just want to keep focusing on that next shot. He did that, and you know, he was able to get us the 2 points there.
It's something a lot of fans I know are interested in. But you guys have both had mask designs done by Davar, correct? And Sergei, first, in terms of designing a mask, maybe give us just the summary of what goes into that for you, and what kind of things you like to incorporate, and what it's like working with a particular artist.
Yeah, I worked with him whole my NHL career since I was in Philly, since my first game in Philly, and yeah, I keep going with him. Yeah, I think he's a very talented artist, and it was a pleasure to work with him, you know. But like lately with my design, I keep it simple. I got 2 logos. I got my hometown logo on the back, and I keep that all on the wall. So then there's another Panther logo, like a little bit more aggressive on the chin. So I try to keep it simple, nothing fancy, nothing crazy, just steady and solid.
And there aren't many areas in sports, really. Everything's very uniform. There aren't many areas where you can truly personalize a piece of equipment. With a goalie mask, what are you taking into account when you're working with a particular artist, Davar, and coming up with a design?
I kind of just let him do his thing. Not very artistic, so I kind of just let him design something for me, and I'll just okay it. But the only thing that's probably personalized is the back of my mask. I got proof people wrong on it. I think I have a Wedding Crashers quote, Rule 76, no excuses, play like a champion. And one of my favorite shows growing up was Rocket Power, so I got Squid, the goalie that played, I have him on the back as well.
And now I guess before we wrap it up, are you guys like me? Every season goes by faster than the previous one, it feels like. But how much fun has it been working with your goalie partner this year?
Yeah, it's been outstanding. So it's been great, and we're excited about the upcoming challenge.
And for you, what's it been like? I guess in summary, how much fun has it been working with Sergei Bobrovsky this season?
It's been a blast. I love him. He's pushed me to limits that I didn't think that I had in me, and he's been a supportive and great goalie partner, so I couldn't ask for a better guy to work with this year.
Well, it's been a joy watching you guys play every single night. It's been truly awesome, and the fans have enjoyed it, and it's been great to chat with you today, so thanks for stopping by.
Thank you very much. Thank you.